everyone, I am Elizabeth Duncan, the Family Services and Grant Coordinator here at Southern Crescent Habitat for Humanity. We may not be able to see everyone's faces this year for Women Build, but we are honored that you are able to join us for our first virtual Women Build Every Day. I am excited to introduce our next ambassador. You may have seen her on the Today Show, Food Network, or my personal favorite, Home and Family TV. Chef Kristen Willis is going to get it popping with us today. She's going to show us how you make gourmet popcorn in your own kitchen.
At Jacobs, we value our partnership with Clayton County, where we provide water, wastewater, stormwater, and transportation design services. Giving back to the communities in which we serve is a cornerstone of our business. One of the ways we do this is through the Southern Crescent Habitat for Humanity Women's Build program. The Women's Build program is a valuable team-building opportunity that connects and empowers female volunteers. These volunteers come from across Clayton County and the Jacobs team to provide a home for a deserving woman in the community. While how we come together this year looks a little bit different, we know that the Women's Build brings value to the community, whether virtual or face-to-face. Jacobs is proud to support the 2020 virtual program, and we look forward to coming together in 2021 for the in-person Women's Build.
Hey guys, I'm Chef Kristen, and I'm so excited to be a part of Women's Build as an ambassador. It's such an honor and such a privilege. They're all about making home ownership a reality for women here in the Atlanta area. Unfortunately, we're unable to get on the construction site this year, but I'm here to help you build in your everyday life, and today we're making caramel popcorn 3 ways. So popcorn is one of my favorite things. I love Garrett's popcorn out of Chicago. It's one of my favorite snacks I've had as a kid, and I constantly crave it now as an adult, which is insane because I'm always eating it. So I want to show you guys how to make this. It's really fun, really easy, and it just takes a couple ingredients. It's kernels, olive oil. Make sure your pan is super smoking hot, and you're going to add that to your pan. So it's going to sizzle a little bit. That's just getting all the kernels working nice and hot. Be careful. You're gonna have to cover this in a second. All right, so our popcorn is popping. We're just gonna give it a little quick check. I'm sure the kernels are gonna go everywhere. They are. But once you have your pot and you kind of see them going, cover it back up, turn the heat off and let it do its thing. And we got that. So we're gonna make our caramel, and so this is gonna be the base. This is so simple. All it is brown sugar, butter, marshmallows. I know you're thinking marshmallows with caramel, that's kind of weird, but it's gonna add that nice gooey, sticky factor we're all gonna like. So we got our pot super hot, add our brown sugar in there, and so you're gonna let that brown sugar melt down. It's gonna melt down and get a nice amber color. It's gonna be super soft, so we're gonna let that go for probably a minute. It's got that nice sweet factor to it, which I really like. So we've got our brown sugar. It's already doing its thing. It's kind of getting low a little bit. And I think that's the perfect time to add our butter. So cold butter, unsalted if you can. I'm gonna let that go. So once you have your butter in here, just kind of move it around a little bit, really slightly. You don't want to overdo it. Make sure your temperature is at a medium heat at this point. So your butter is going to kind of sizzle up. It's going to be a little bit clumpy at first, but what you want to do is make sure it's smooth. So what I'm doing right now is kind of stirring it ever so gently, getting all the clumps out, making sure the butter and the brown sugar are melting together in a nice smooth consistency. All right, so we got that. So once the butter is already melted, now it's the fun part. We're adding our marshmallows. So go ahead and toss that in there. Marshmallows are going to be nice, sticky, gooey, and it's actually just going to help build and kind of combine everything together. So I love the marshmallows in this caramel recipe. One, because when you pour it over the popcorn, it's nice and sticky, and it really reminds me of when you go to the fair and you get that nice warm caramel corn, and then it's just stuck together, and then you just kind of take it apart. But it's nice and warm, it's gooey, it's going to be super fun. And it's great to eat while it's warm. But this is really cool because once you've got the caramel base, The possibilities are endless. You can go with any type of topping. For instance, we're gonna make a cheddar. We're gonna also do some with tempered chocolate. You can add nuts, you could add sprinkles. You can just get creative. I mean, you can put anything in here. Maybe put some like red chili flakes in there, kind of making it a little exciting. But this is your customized popcorn and I'm just laying out the base for you. So this is probably the consistency that you're gonna want, and that only took about 5 minutes. So it's nice, gooey. The marshmallows have melted completely in this. We're adding our fresh popcorn that we popped earlier straight into the bowl. So this is gonna be our base. So add all the popcorn that you have, and literally we're just gonna pour. So we're gonna take our caramel. It's gonna be a little warm. Make sure you get a nice drizzle over all of the popcorn. That looks amazing. It's a little messy. That's all right. And you're gonna need 2 spatulas, nice big bowl, got our caramel, and then you're gonna put some arm work in here. We're just gonna coat it. It's gonna fly everywhere, but that's okay. And literally the goal is to incorporate all the caramel on each kernel of popcorn. So just kind of get in there the best way you can. Sometimes you gotta just go around the sides of the bowl to incorporate it. Make sure that every kernel is somewhat coated. All right, it's somewhat coated to the best you can. I wish I had an assistant to just go ahead and do this for me, but maybe you can let your kids do this part, you know? Get them involved. All right, so we've got that. See, it's already getting like nice and sticky. I'm getting real messy over here. It's all right. So it looks really good so far. I wish I had a little bit more. So kind of gauge it to your best ability. If you think you need more, go ahead and pour more over. So, I mean, why not? You know, I like a little extra sweetness. So we added that and we're just gonna keep mixing. So boom, we got that going. So this is our base. We've got that. The first one is gonna be a sea salted caramel popcorn. So all I'm gonna do is take a little portion of our caramel popcorn, make sure I've got it fully coated, and just plop it onto our plate here. They almost remind me of these like little sticky caramel balls that you can make, which you could probably do a variation of that if you wanted. But if you just want it for fun, or you want to just like have it on a plate for people to eat, this is perfect. So take as much as you like. And the finishing touch for this one is gonna be our sea salt. You can use fine grated sea salt, coarse sea salt, and just sprinkle it all over the top. That's it. Get a little extra on the sides right there. And that is our caramel salted popcorn. So we got our sea salt on our caramel popcorn. I just have to try it. It's warm, it's gooey. You guys need to try this. Look, come over here and see how gooey this popcorn is. All right, so second one, which is gonna be our caramel cheddar. This might be my favorite one because it has that nice sweetness and that umami type of cheddar flavor. All you need for this is clarified butter and some cheese powder. I literally took this out of my mac and cheese packet. So take the full thing out of there, take half a stick of clarified butter, and clarified is just skimming the fat off the top of the butter once you melt it down. So I've got my little mini whiz, and I'm gonna add my cheese powder a little bit at a time just to kind of incorporate it. Just kind of gauge it and see how much you're gonna need. A little bit goes a long way, so remember that. So it's already got the butter in there. We're just adding that nice cheese flavor to it. And you can kind of pre-make this if you want to set it aside. You're gonna have to take another mixing bowl. So use whatever bowl you have and reserve a little bit of fresh popcorn on the side. Throw that in. And because of the clarified butter, it's not gonna melt the popcorn. It's just gonna kind of coat it really nice. So I'm just pouring it over. It looks really good. I'm so excited for this one. And all you're gonna do is just toss. Toss, get that like a nice good shape. You can find cheese powder anywhere, but kind of get creative if you want. Like I think it would be really cool if you grated some Parmesan on here, or maybe some extra sharp cheddar to that. So that'd be really good. All right, so we've got our cheddar popcorn. I'm gonna kind of layer this one at the bottom. And remember our caramel popcorn that we reserved? Let's add that to the top. Already super sticky right here. All right, give that a little toss. And then we're gonna use the rest of our reserved cheddar popcorn and sprinkle it on top. All right. So the key for this one is to have a little bit of the caramel and a little bit of the cheddar at the same time. Okay, so this is my favorite. One, because it's cheddar, which I love, and two, we've got the caramel that we just made. Nice, gooey, ooey, and warm. You're just gonna add a little bit of cheese to that. I mean, it's like the perfect like sweet and salty bite. I mean, I would even add some Parmesan to this. I would make it extra cheddary if I could. Delicious. All right, so last, but definitely not least, which is our caramel chocolate popcorn. So we're going to, once again, take our base of the caramel popcorn, put this on our plates right here. So for this one, I'm gonna make sure that our plate and our popcorn is a little bit flat because I wanna make sure I'm drizzling the chocolate all over each kernel. So melted chocolate, use whatever type of chocolate you like. So whether that is dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate, they're all gonna be great. Nice high drizzle, and you're just gonna kind of go back and forth, making sure you get every piece of chocolate on the popcorn. It's gonna get a little messy, but hey, we're here. But it actually looks really cool now that you drizzled it, because each piece is nicely covered. And that literally took 2 seconds to do as well. The best part about this, I mean, our chocolate is warm, our caramel is nice and warm. I got super messy, but I mean, who's not getting messy in the kitchen? You know what I mean? Oh, see, I'm already getting it all over my face, but it's so good. Women build every day, so join in on the fun by making this amazing trio of caramel popcorn in support of Southern Crescent Habitat for Humanity. Cheers, bye guys.